So we're just for Christmas. I got the shirt off, you know, shuffling the gut. We're just talking about getting past closed guards. So when we get those ankles crossed behind us and we've got them here, like if people have got a good closed guard, they can make this sport misery for you. And one of the main reasons, take the shirt up there, bro, that I want to talk about this closed guard pass is if you understand this is one of the first passes, as you progress and as you start to do more complicated passes, especially in rugby, the fundamentals of what we're trying to achieve here apply pretty much all across the board. So like, you know, breaking it open, controlling the hips, controlling one leg, getting his face to turn away, getting his hips to turn away, all of those things all tie in really nicely. So let's just get down to it. I like to have hands usually on their stomach and usually on like the, my ribs kind of stick out there. I'm usually trying to put my hands on there. I'm sat low on my base, but I come out of my base and take my knee back, and I actually like hit my quad into his hip bone, not like up his butt crack, right into his hip bone. And then on the back there, from here, like my hips are up in the air, I'm strong on his abs, on his stomach there, my big toe stays together. I actually just do this here on the other side. On the far side, my knee opens like that. Here's where people can be a little bit kind of cruel to their training partners. You see, new white belts are super aggressive, they dig their elbows in, and that's just being a dickhead. Excuse my French. When I open up here like this, if I keep one hand here, my elbow on the inside of his thigh, and slide my elbow back. Now I'm well within my rights to push on that pressure point, because all he needs to do is unlock his feet and pressure's off. So I start pushing, and as I do, I arch my back and sit down. And even if he really holds on, it's going to pop open. So from there, keep the elbow tracking the inside of the thigh, push this knee down to the ground, and I bring my instep of this foot up to his hamstring, knee tight against his ribs, and then I base out far. Notice how this elbow is in tight here. I'm not out here like this, letting his knee get in. If possible, I'm just going to keep it in here like that. And then from there, I stand this foot up here. Got like a pretty strong base. You can buck around and move around. He actually can even get his leg in there and start pushing me over. And I can just base and kind of pull myself past that knee. So here's, I'll switch you over to the other side for this bit. So if I go here, so same deal, here, I've got that knee out and I come back in. Now he's all faced towards me. I've still got my toes on my instep on the inside of his hammy. Now, from here, all I'm going to do is thread this hand underneath, lower than his elbow, start to base it on the floor. I want to bring this hand underneath his head as far as I can, and then I'm going to use my toes and I'm going to rock forward, and I'm just going to work my shoulder up his face until I get my fingers in his armpit, my shoulder on his jaw, and then I make him look away. Still got my instep on his hammy on the far side, and I lean my head over towards the ground. Put heaps of pressure on their face. I'm not going to here. Keep one chest on his chest, and then walk over. So from here, what I can do is, even if he starts to annoy me with this hand, I just start to push it down to the ground. And all I'm going to do is, once I feel ready, just bring this knee around, and I'm going to track it all the way over to the hip. So I get on the inside here like this, now I can get under this elbow. And I don't try to get the butterfly hooks off, I just wait till he butts and bridges. When he messes around, now my feet's up in, and I've come to a solid now. Yes, bro, so just on that, yes, you can back step out. Yes, you can step over the top. Yes, you can look to do back takes and other kind of things, side control and that sort of thing. But the good thing about this is it allows us to back out and move in and around. It's a solid pass, like 6 points if you're in competition, straight into mount. But the most important thing is it really starts to teach us the fundamentals like I mentioned before, controlling the hips, passing the hip line, making the face look away and the hips look away. But even more importantly, it starts to explain one of the really key things you need to understand as a beginner is keeping a good base when you're on the top, because otherwise you come up, you've got some fancy guard pass and the next thing just fall out on the nuts. Yeah, cheers.